Okay. First of all, I just want to set some boundaries and just let you know that this is a project that we are doing for one of our clients, so it's really important. And we want to put forward to the client the best possible ideas. Now, normally, this level of brief would be given to maybe first year graphic design degree students. But we're taking a risk here. We're going to give it to you to work on, because we want to see, first of all, what you're capable of, what ideas you come up with, and the approach that you take. So, the client is basically a drinks company based in Wales called Elan Valley. Now, Elan Valley is a place, so the first thing that I would suggest that you do is to take a look at some of the images just on Google of what is there in Elan Valley and what the area is known from, whether that is landmarks or products that they produce as a region. So what they're looking for is they're going to start making tonic water. So, but not just ordinary tonic water, botanically infused tonic water. So they are a small, high-end, expensive, boutique-style drinks company, and they specialise normally in creating gins, so flavoured gins, but they want to have tonic water now that goes with it, so that they can increase their product range and obviously attract not just drinkers of alcoholic products, but also non-alcoholic sort of drinkers. So every bottle that they create is unique and customizable, because they actually pick ingredients from the local hedgerows and flowers to infuse the tonic water with.
Throughout designing, draft one was focused a bit more on the black colour scheme. Draft 2, blue, green, and more natural. And I just found I asked the group as well to get some feedback, and I just thought the black may fit a bit more with the sort of.
It's quite masculine.
Yeah, it's quite masculine.
I really like it. Yeah, because there's a way that you could have gone, and some of the girls have gone quite girly, floral. I really like that you've stuck to who you are, maybe your personalities, and you've created something here that you want to buy yourselves, which is really important. I really like the black. I think it looks great.
Yeah, so I try my best to sort of just give a little combination. I thought to stick to the sort of black colour scheme, I'd silhouette some of the beacons, and then add a little shadow with a bit of colour on the bottom, on the back then, really. Obviously, on the top we have our main strap line, and then we put our secondary one just on the back, really. Then.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lovely.
That's it.
How do you find working together?
Fun.
Yeah. You're friends, as you say, sort of out of class anyway.
It's just easier than sort of on top with each other.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably out and about with each other a little bit more, so you see things. And that would work quite nicely. Or if you're going down the alcohol aisle potentially in Tesco's, you're like, that's quite good.
Yeah. I really like the fact that you did such wide research. You didn't just stop at tonic water and then naturally just look at gins, because obviously gin and tonic go together quite nicely. You looked at other brands of liqueurs, and I thought that was good to explore, because sometimes, when a customer is looking for something new to bring to their market, you have to look wider than their market for inspiration. So I felt as if you've done that. You really focus on what the customer wants, which I thought was really good. I thought that the amount of time that you've spent on creating content, so like the whole thought process of the strap lines and where that's come from, was really good. I think between you can probably sort of sort of work well, I think, creating content for sort of whether that's websites or whether that's branding or whether that's video. I think that what you've generated there is a good example of that. What I like about it as well, which is what Rian, and I noticed that she's written the same note as me, is the masculine feel. I don't think that there is a gin on the market or a tonic water on the market to go with gin that has got a masculine feel, and yet more and more males, I would say, are drinking gin and tonic. That's one thing that I've noticed recently. It's not just sort of going up to the bar asking for gin and tonic.
I serve a lot more gin and tonic to men recently.
Yeah.
The past few months.
Definitely, yeah. And like Bombay Sapphire gin is quite a masculine gin, and it almost needs a masculine tonic water to go with it.
Yeah.
So I think actually you might have found like a niche in the market.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would say to make it a little bit better, and this is just being really critical, and I thought that the slides that you put together were great, is tell us those slides, and the content within those slides, but tell them to us in a particular order. So like, tell us your research first, you're like building up the story, then show us what the options were around brand, then tell us the research around tagline development, then show us the final logo, and then how you sort of packaged it up. So think about it in like a story. You're building up this suspense for a customer. So the only thing that I would say is I would have reordered maybe some of those slides.
Yeah.
But I think the slide content and everything was great, but it's just, think about it, you want to excite a customer, you want to excite somebody into like, what's the final logo going to be like, and how can we present it? So that is what we do in the creative industry. We build excitement and then show customers what their brands could look like in packaging on bottles. And I think the sort of clear bottle with the black sort of box works really, really well. Because if you put sort of like a black bottle or a dark bottle in the black box, it's not going to stand out. So you need to think about how the elements work together, whether you've done it intentionally or sort of on purpose. What you've done with the clear bottle and the black box works really, really well for me.
So I got a little bit of feedback, and this is if you were going to take it any further. I think you've done a great job. I think it looks great. I love how you told us basically this is what we're going to do. It means that you've understood the brief. You've put it in your own words, and you know exactly what your intentions are throughout the full project. I think that's a really good starting slide always. Then I've got the bottle design, really iconic shape. I think you chose that really well. I mean, in a designer's head that's been doing this for a long time, there's probably not a lot that would come up with that idea. They'd think, the bottle might look a bit naff, but the way that you took the shape and made it elegant worked really well. I think you did a really good job there. Strap lines, I'm not being funny, you should be really proud of yours.
Some of our team couldn't come up with them.
It takes a lot to come up with a strap line, let alone to come up with that many. And I just wanted to know, you said you got feedback. Was it team feedback, or did you ask for it external as well?
I mainly did team feedback, but I asked a few people in where I workplace as well, which is a pub, like alcohol-wise, and they said good choices. Yeah, they liked our take a taste of the valleys.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I did the same thing, asking my manager at work for Hungry Horse, and he said you liked it. But you said don't try and add too much, because all companies do it. Simple design that's really stands out, but it's super simple. Don't want to add too much. So it's just like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
Simple and.
Now, one thing that I will say to you is, so if you put these logo screens together, not once did I look at a screen and know which was my final logo.
No.
Because the one that was your final logo, all of a sudden had this bird appear. Yeah? It had like a...
Yeah, that was just me messing.
But I love that. I love that one. And I thought it worked.
I chose to add the bird of prey. Because it's Wales.
Red kites, yeah.
So I was just like, I'll add that. But it wasn't like, it was a playful ad, and I didn't actually add it for to be proper.
Yeah. So what I would say is, at the end of each, or at the start of each of those little groups of things, whether it's the strap line, whether it's the box, whether it's the logo. Let's have the logo. Let's have a screen with just that logo. Let's have a screen with just the packaging.
Just the logo. Then a plain screen, just the final strap line.
Be bold and confident with it. This is what we chose. This is why. And then you can go into like the detail after. But people just need to see it, so you need to get the impact straight away without having to look for the final one on the page.
Yeah.
I think you've done a cracking job. I think it looks great. And I think you've worked really well together.
Yeah.
When working on the Elam Valley project, I thought we worked really well as a team, as we all knew each other very well anyway, and we were all good friends, and it seemed pretty good because we were all agreeing on different ideas, especially when it came up to the bottle design itself and the logo design as well. I don't think there's anything to improve on, to be honest, because I think we did really well, especially with the feedback we got. 1 or 2 points that we could have done better on, but other than that, I thought we worked really well as a team.